Hi, I am so excited, Peter, about what we've got coming up in October this year. Literally, like, this is one of those things that I look forward to the entire year. Like, I almost look forward to this as much as I do Christmas Day, and I love Christmas Day.
Well, and I tell you what makes even more exciting about our next Partner Driven Live is we haven't done one in about a year, right?
Yep, we did one last year, but we haven't done one since.
We haven't done one since, and this is exciting. So guys, this is what we're talking about. In mid-October, 14th, 15th, and 16th, right here in Atlanta, we're doing our next live event. Now, Julie, let's talk a little bit about, I know we've done podcasts on this before, but let's just talk about the importance of these. Because we don't just put them on, we attend these also. So we're like, we're not only like believers, we're actually doers and users. And I can tell you, like, in my personal experience, and you've heard my story when I got started in all this. See, to me personally, Julie, the reason I hold live events so near and dear to my heart is that when I got started and I was struggling and I wanted to quit and I wanted to get out and nothing was going right, I could tell you, events kept me going, and I still remember a couple things that happened. I remember the speaker that said something incredible that to this day, 20-some years later, still resonates. I still remember one of the speakers, me thinking he's going to do something, but instead he walks out of the room and leaves me hanging. And
you remembered that?
Well, I do, because that event motivated. But I could just tell you to this day, there's things that happen to me, especially in the initial stages of my real estate career, and they happen specifically at live events. And I could sit here and I could just like tell you, well, no, I'd be here no matter what. I don't know, Julie. I don't know. Had I not gone to some of those live events when I got started, I don't know if I'd still be here. And I'm sure you could relate.
Oh, I mean, I definitely could. Like, for me, when I go to a live event of anything, I always take something out of it. And two, it gets you pumped up, right? Even if it's not about something super fun, just it's being around all of that energy. Like, I literally believe, like, when you get in a crowd of people, that people just give out energy. And I'm one of those. I want to soak every bit of that energy up, personally. I remember the first live event that I attended was not even in real estate. I used to run a lawn care company. And the software for the lawn care company put on this live event. So you would go there for 2 or 3 days and you would learn invoicing. You would learn, like, all the different phases of this particular software. And then, other than church, that was the first time I'd ever seen a speaker on stage.
Wow.
And I literally remember leaving this event and I'm thinking to myself, one day I want to be up on that stage. I remember, like, thinking of my speech that I would have to the lawn care industry. And geez, that was like a long time ago, And I didn't really realize it till I started thinking about it, that it's not even the subject matter as much as it was the feeling that you take away from the event. Even if it's not the speakers, the cool people that come to it, that have like-minded, interesting goals, that's awesome too, because you may not even learn or get the most out of the speakers. You might get the most out of someone that you met there that is your next friend, right? And I think that's huge.
Well, the best way I can compare a live event, and this is something that happened to me personally a couple times. I've always been a fan of sports and athletics from a standpoint of just watching them. And one of the things, I actually grew up playing tennis and was pretty decent at it. Not that great, but good enough. And I remember watching it on TV for years and years and years. And then a good friend of mine, Ben, and I went to a professional tennis match. And I could tell you the best way I could describe a live event, for those of you that are listening to us, is that it is the difference between watching a sport on TV and watching a sport in person. It's like there's no comparison. I still remember the awesome ferocity at which they hit the ball, the speed of everything, the interaction. And that was when it hit me that in order to really experience things in life, you got to be with them at a live in person.
It is so funny that you say that because, like, you could tell by my accent, I grew up in the South, right? Well, hockey, ice hockey was like not necessarily
Right.
something that we were, growing up that we ever seen. It was only on TV. To me, it kind of looked boring. But I got free tickets to go see whenever Atlanta first brought hockey in, right?
Yep.
And I went to see them play hockey for the first time. Like, I have never been so on the edge of my seat. I guess it's just like the tennis match.
Yep.
I was thinking, this is the coolest thing ever. They like almost look like they're fighting, and there's all of this other stuff involved. So, I totally agree with you. I never thought of it that way.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what we're actually going to be doing at the live
Okay.
event. Because the reality is, you're right. It's next level experience. It's next level feeling. It's next level emotion. We could tell you that, if you attend and visit us here in, October 14, 15, 16 here in Atlanta, we guarantee you will go to the next level. You will go next level emotionally. You will go into the next level understanding. You will go to the next level commitment and all this. But let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be discussing there. I'll tell you, one of my favorite things, and you and I talked about this a couple nights ago when we did another webinar, is you're going to be experiencing the people that make partner-driven what it is. Because, reality is what do we do partner-driven? We partner with people across the United States. We do real estate deals, right? So what better place to get to know us than at an actual live event to see if this is somebody that you want to connect with. But it's going to be more than us, right? It's going to be the whole team is going to be there. Like, for instance, who are we having there? We're having Bob, right?
Yeah, Bob.
Bob, and Bob comes with tremendous background. Bob's one of our coaches.
He's one of our coaches, ex-military. I think to some extent he's also like a spiritual leader.
Yep.
But he has great energy and brings that to the partners, and he really takes good care of them. We also got Tommy. Tommy's one of our coaches. He's going to be the MC at this event. He is flipping excited. He does real estate deals on his own as well. We've got Stefan, another one of our deal coaches. He's more on the deal side of things, on the acquisition side of things. But we have coaches on the acquisition side. We have coaches in regular real estate. Who else is over there?
But let me just talk to you about, a little bit about you.
Yeah.
One of the things Julie's going to be talking about, and this is, there's certain, I always talk about this. There's certain facets of real estate you can kind of sort of sweep under the rug. What I mean by that, it's not like you can't do them, but they're not as important as other things. But there are certain things in real estate that if you really understand how to do at the highest levels, you're going to be making some big bucks. So I know one of the things you're going to be talking about, right? You're going to be talking about how to connect with sellers.
And I'm going to be talking about making it a win-win. That's actually a new speech that I'm preparing now, and I hold that really passionately. I think, when you're talking to sellers, when you understand the act of making it a win-win for both them and you, that's truly what makes somebody, successful. We've got Barry Dennis, one of our master coaches here at Partner Driven. He was a partner first, just like everybody else, and he heads up a lot of our company. We've got,
Ben.
Yeah, Ben Howerton. He is the creator of our Deal Driven app. So we're going to go into some innovations we've got going on with Deal Driven. New to the stage this year, Marina.
Oh, yes. Marina, one of the things that we pride ourselves on here at Partner Driven is we literally, just like you mentioned about Barry, but most of the people, the team that helps our partners put deals together is really a team of partners. Almost all of them have been either partners before or they were part of the company that Julie and I used to have in terms of investing company. I could tell you, for you to be at a live event, you're going to be making a decision there. There's no question. If you're not yet a partner, the goal is to go there and is really just in your mind to figure out, are you ready? Are you prepared to do a bunch of deals? And if you are, and if you're going to go to a real estate event, we think you've already decided that ahead of time, but then you got to figure out who are you going to align yourself with. What organization, what partner, and all that. And when you meet people like Marina, who were partners with us, who've done deals with us, who are now part of your infrastructure, our infrastructure, I'm going to tell you, your whole belief in what we do, your whole understanding of what's possible in the real estate business is going to go through the roof. You know, Marina right now is helping us do things. You know, she's just an incredible individual, incredible giver, and she's going to be there. Well, and before we get into the breakout rooms, there's one other thing I wanted to mention, because as you were talking about this, I forgot maybe to me the most important thing, the timing of this. I mean, let's face it, we are in unprecedented times.
Oh, yeah.
We got the rates through the roof. I don't know if you saw this, Julie, but the Fed just announced the highest, by the time you're going to be watching this, it's already going to be announced, the highest rate hike they've ever had. That's going to be announced here in the next couple of days. So we got rates going through, the interest rates going through the roof. We got inflation going out of control. Nobody knows where either one is going to stop. These are unprecedented times. And let's face it, and you hear this talk about all the time, Julie, people are saying we're in a down economy, down economy, down economy. We're not in a down economy. We're in a whatever economy you choose to be a part of. And the reality here is that we're in a real estate investing business. And in a real estate investing business, this is where you thrive during economies like this. This is where you prosper during times like this. This is where you really tap into what's taking place. Bottom line is, in the real estate investing business, during down economies, just like right now, this is where fortunes are made. And so I'm calling it the Great Reset for us here at Partner Driven. The Great Reset is actually going to happen right there in the middle of October, 14th, 15th, and 16th. For those of you that are there who want to join us in the up economy that's taking place, in the upturn in the economy that's taking place. Because what's happening, without getting into a lot more details, which we will during the live event, during a down economy like this, economically, what that creates, motivation. That creates a lot of motivation, that people are losing their jobs, there's job freezes, there's layoffs taking place, there's businesses going out of business, there's a lot of things that take place during down economy. You already know this, I don't have to tell you this. But what happens is all those things create motivated sellers. Well, what do we do at real estate investing? We help people that are motivated to sell, who have no other options, who have no other choices, who don't have the timelines necessary for any other options. And what's going to happen is, since we work with people that are motivated, well, down economy creates a bunch more motivation. So the reality situation, down economy, upside to real estate investing. And understand, as you're watching this, you have to decide, do you want to ride out the down economy, the less money, the less availability, the less things, or do you want to take the other side of it where you actually profit, tremendously profit? Well, during this live event, we're going to be connecting with the people that are there, and we're going to show you how you could actually profit in this down economy.
And, you know, like you hear me, because I feel like a broken record, my thing is a win-win, right? What you're gonna have the opportunity to do with what Peter's saying is you're gonna be able to solve house problems. You can do that by making it a win-win, and it's plenty of opportunity that we've got out there. So now is the time to get off your rear and follow your dreams. Geez, I'm excited. Let's talk about. Go ahead.
Well, don't forget to let's talk about the breakout rooms.
Okay, gotcha.
Because that's a very important piece.
If you can see, we're just so excited, guys. We're like, right, I'll tell you about this.
There's going to be so many. There's no way we're going to be able to cover it all. But Julie, what is your philosophy? Why did you? Because I know you're spearheading these. What is your philosophy behind having different breakout rooms?
Well, you know, at Partner Driven, I feel like different people are at different phases. Right?
Yep.
So we offer, like one thing we offer to all of our partners is a custom CRM called Deal Engine. Well, some people that are fairly new, they may need some one-on-one time with us there at the event so they can go over Deal Driven.
Yep.
Maybe there's other topics that you want to hear that maybe aren't going to be on the main stage. So really, we're just giving people more options, and we want to make it inclusive to everybody that's there, all the way from your beginners, all the way to seasoned investors, because they're not the same. A seasoned investor is not the same as somebody that's brand new. But we want, at all stages, for it to be an event worth going to, an event where you're going to learn, where you're going to grow. So that's the reason why we're having breakout session. It's really just more personal attention.
Yeah, customized.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I look at breakout sessions, it's the ability to customize and tailor make what it is that you need specifically. Do you need help with technology to grow in your business? Do you need help with a particular technique and strategy? I think we're going to be talking about how to develop an incredible buyers list that'll, take down all the deals that we're putting together. So bottom line is there's an overabundance of what we're going to be handling and what we're going to be doing at Partner Driven Live in October 14th, 15th, and 16th. But the decision is in your hands. Are you going to be part of the downturn, or are you going to be part of the upturn? Are you going to level down, or are you going to level up? And I can tell you, if you're ready to level up, if you're ready to make things happen, we absolutely want to see you at our live event here in October.
Absolutely. So all you got to do is look inside this channel, go in the comments. You are going to be able to have a way to join us at our next live event. The link could be in the bio, it could be in the comments, but we want you there. Make a decision. Let's do this thing.